What if being a loser, the person who never wins the race, is actually an invitation? Not to shame, but to breathe, to step off a path that wasn't yours to begin with. In Taoist thought, the world whispers a strange truth. Sometimes the smartest thing is not to push harder, but to soften and let life do the work. Meet Anara. She grew up with one story hammered into her head: win, climb, conquer. So she studied, she hustled, she took the promotion. On paper, she had made it, but inside she felt hollow. Her phone pinged with congratulations, and she smiled because that's what you do, but the smile was thin. The job demanded everything: her time, her weekends, her breath. She began to dread morning alarms. One evening, after missing her sister's birthday because of work, Anara did something small and strange. She unplugged for a week. She went to her grandmother's village. There, she watched neighbors plant seeds, cook slowly, and gossip over tea. No one asked anyone to be famous. No one kept score. On the last day, her grandmother handed Anara a bowl of soup and said, "When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be." Anara had never heard that before, but it landed like rain. Anara returned to the city with less ambition, not because she failed, but because she had decided to stop playing the wrong game. Taoism gives us a word for this idea: Wu Wei. It's often translated as non-action, but that's misleading. It means effortless action, acting without force, like water flowing around a rock. Think of water. It doesn't charge at the rock, it doesn't brag. It simply finds the path of least resistance. Over time, the rock changes. Wu Wei isn't laziness. It's the intelligence of not using energy where it won't help. It's choosing a job, a life, a pace that fits you, not because someone else tells you to, but because it fits the shape of your days. This is the paradox. Not forcing can often get you farther than forcing. That's the Taoist nudge toward the quiet life. History is full of people who looked like losers and then turned into something else, sometimes quietly, sometimes loudly. Rowling was rejected again and again. Einstein worked in a patent office. Van Gogh sold one painting in his life. These stories remind us success and timing are complicated. But Taoism asks a different question. Were they losers or simply people following their rhythm? Rejection doesn't always mean you're wrong. Sometimes the timing is off, or you're being rerouted. On the flip side, look at people who won public success but were empty inside. Fame, money, and likes don't guarantee peace. The trophy case can be a quiet prison. So being anonymous, being a nobody by society's measure, can be a radical act of self-preservation. It can be freedom. Taoism celebrates simplicity. There's a symbol called the uncarved block, Pu, meaning naturalness, the raw potential before it's carved into something else. Choosing a simple life, to be a gardener, a teacher, someone who makes slow breakfasts and watches seasons, is not defeat, it's a different map. In a noisy world, choosing quiet is a tiny rebellion. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to justify the small joys. They are valid. If you've ever felt behind, invisible, or like a loser, try this. Stop treating your life like a scoreboard. Ask, what do I want my days to feel like? Not in 10 years, today. 3 small steps you can try tomorrow. Slow one thing down. Make breakfast without screens. Notice it. Do one thing without telling anyone. A private pleasure. Read, draw, walk. And say no to something that drains you. Practice saying it kindly. Remember, failure is not a label. It's often the soil where new things grow. And if you decide to step out of the race, you might find a valley of peace waiting for you, like Anara did. Taoism doesn't promise applause. It offers something quieter: permission. Permission to be small, still, simple. Permission to be human. If this helped you breathe a little easier, share it with someone who needs that permission. If you want more about slow living, Taoist ideas, and gentle rebellion, subscribe or don't. No pressure, just flow.